My name is Aswanth, and many people think that my second name is a kind of nickname I made myself for creating some impacts in social media, nothing like that. This is my original name, and that's my dad's name. And basically, when I'm standing in front of this kind of mass audience, I'm feeling nervous, kind of anxiety comes more than excitement. And I don't attend these kind of functions basically because I'm a kind of introvert and I want to sit alone in my room, and I'm making videos in YouTube, but that's quite easy because only me and the camera is there. So it's very easy to speak and edit, upload the video. People watch. But attending this kind of uh, function, facing audience, it's a kind of problem for me. But still, I am ready to come here since it is CET and TEDx. And yeah, our theme, all of us know, this is butterfly effect. And when I when I think of myself, when I'm looking back to my life, I feel like my whole life is a butterfly effect. And even I'm standing today is also a part of butterfly effect. And I will tell you later why I said so. So I don't want to be go into deep theoretically, like I'm not prepared enough and I'm not came up with any kind of PowerPoint presentation, nothing like that. And I don't want to give you lecture theoretically, but I would like to share my experience in my life. And later on, I understood I ended up like this because of various butterfly effects happen in my life, in various stages of my life. So, if you don't know, many of you know what is butterfly effect. If you don't know, I will tell you in a small description. It was proposed by a meteorologist called Edward Norton Lewis, and he was a weather broadcaster. And while he was broadcasting weather, he found various changes in the result. He gave in his computer. He gave data, and the minor difference in data causes a larger impact, larger difference in the result. So from there, he came to the conclusion that small changes can result to larger consequences or impacts later on. So butterfly effect basically means a flap of a butterfly can result larger changes, larger consequences in a complex structure, any part of the world. So he says, if in Brazil, if a butterfly flaps, that can cause a hurricane in Texas. That's the example he gave. So this we can relate easily in our life. So in some stage of our life, knowingly or unknowingly or without noticing, this is unpredictable. If we could predict it, then we can easily change our life or we can design our life. But in some stages, some small things happen in your life, and if you look back, you can realize that now you ended up here, you're here because of those small changes. This is small changes, and each changes connect to each other. Like we say everything is connected. One popular example is about World War First. Archduke Ferdinand and his wife named Sophie visited Austria. Then at that time, accidentally his driver took a wrong turn. Actually, they wanted to go left side, but accidentally that driver took the right turn. Then they got assassinated. So after that, history, what happened, World War First, then consequently World War Second. So the butterfly effect is a small thing happened. What is a small thing? The driver took a wrong turn. So the thing is, if he did go the other side, or the right side, then according to butterfly effect, there wouldn't be any World War First or Second. So this is the basics. So I would like to share a few incidents happen in my life. And you are engineering students, I am sure all of you are good at mathematics, but unfortunately I am not. I am very bad at mathematics and my mathematical intelligence is very poor. After 10th, I completed 10th. There was a trend. If you are good at, if you have got a good score, go for science, plus two science. That was a trend. And nowadays it's not like that. People are, even students are quite good at their path. But at that time it was not like that. Following the path, like following the trend. Then I joined plus two science. Okay, all of you have studied plus two science. Then first year maths was okay, fine, matrix and all. Then second year, oh no, it was all these, differentiation, integration, also all sine, cos. I don't know what is that, all these things. And anyway, I managed to pass. But at that those days, I was in a traumatic situation. The situation was, even if I did really want to, progress, I was unable to do that because of my mathematical intelligence was very low. And there is a psychologist named Howard Gardner. He says about multiple intelligence. You might have heard of that. Multiple intelligence is each person may have an upper hand on one particular intelligence. If I am bad at if I am bad at mathematical intelligence, I may be good at something else. Okay, I think I have an upper hand on linguistic ability than mathematical ability. But at that time, it was all a mess. I was traumatic, and basically I was quite inferior at that time, and also introvert. And moreover that, I was very bad at mathematics. And one day, what happened? This is the one thing I am telling you. I found later on in my life. This was a butterfly effect. And my neighbor, there was a neighbor, and he's still my neighbor, and he's quite good at every subjects. And my mom accompanied with his mom at the school without any invitation. That's strange. Parents visit schools only during what, parents meeting and all. But my mom simply came with his mom, and from the staff room, the mathematical teacher, the maths teacher, called because she was my class teacher. And there were two Ashwants. My name is Ashwant. There was one more Ashwant in my class, and he's also good. So teacher thought my mom is the another Ashwant's mom. Okay, and she was quite prejudiced. Teachers, everyone became prejudiced because she was waiting for another Ashwant to come staff room, and all of a sudden I appeared in the staff room. She was like, "Oh, this guy." I felt very bad, and looking at my progress card, I still remember the mark out of 80, I got 11 marks. Okay, then that was very poor. And she was like, yeah, gone. You can't do anything. You like that. She was very pessimistic at that time. There was another teacher sitting besides her, and he was a zoology teacher. Then he cross-checked my progress card. He checked it, and he found that I am good at Malayalam and English. Okay, then I think he knows something about these kind of multiple intelligence, and he said, okay, anyway, try and pass plus two. Then after that, you go for BA Malayalam or BA English, something like that. Okay, and then I somehow I managed to pass plus two science. Then I left forever mathematics. Then I joined for BA functional English in Calicut, Malabar Christian College. And the butterfly effect was, what if my mom accompanied the other guy's mom at that school? I would have chosen something else like some paramedicals or BSc nursing or pharmaceutical, something like that. So that point, my life changed to this. Then I had a cakewalk since then because language is easy for me. So BA English, MA English, like that, it was going. So this was the one instant happened. So all these resulted to here. The second one was when I was studying Bachelor of Education. There was an exam called, still there are exams of qualifying exams like NET and all, national eligibility test, like state eligibility test called. And second paper I got good marks in my own subject. First paper is, for all other exams, it's GK, mental ability and all this. And I was randomly doing there is negative marks. Then I failed for 1 mark, only 1 mark. I still remember the answers I got wrong. I knew the answers, but I don't know how it happened. Unknowingly, I marked the wrong answers. One question I still remember: what kind of mirror is used in vehicles, rear mirrors, Then I know the answer is convex lens, but I wrote the answer flat lens, So that happened. So later on, what happened? I lost three PSC jobs in a row because of that one mark. And literally, I wrote a letter to educational minister. Simply, please give me one mark and I can get three jobs. I lost, otherwise I will lose three jobs in a row. And that was long back. I think at that time I was 22 years old at that time. So this butterfly effect, I remember, if I got that one mark, if I marked convex lens, I would have got job at that time. I'll be like a veteran teacher, plus two teacher, doing nothing like teaching, being part of profession, but I was a common one. But that butterfly effect later on changed my life, and I became like this. And when it comes to my social media career, I was quite free. If I am a government employee, I have lots of restrictions. I can't do videos. I can't post whatever I want. I can't speak. I can't speak about religion, politics, nothing, because we are the servants of the government. We can't be biased. But I was free. Then I got the job 28 years old. So 6 years had been quite free, like a common citizen. So I was quite active in social media. I started, writing about films, writing about many things. And the biggest butterfly happened, I was writing about films in various film groups, and they were like feudals, they have their own people, their own elitism, their own group of interest, their own films they want to propagate. So when I was writing, like many of me, they didn't approve the post, and they delete the post, and they ban sometimes. So it was happening. Then I thought of, they banned me, and then I thought of, what if I start a new group of my own? Then I don't want to mention the group's name, and then I started one group. Then all of a sudden that became a success. Success means people were flooding to that group, and it was a complete freedom to speak whatever you want about what kind of topics you want to discuss. It was possible to that group, and this butterfly effect was the biggest butterfly happened in my life, because that one ban from the other group. If that group kept me over the, it would be like this, because from the started my career to YouTube. People started to acknowledge me. People started to admire me. Then I got big reach. Then eventually, what happened, that paved the path to me to become a reviewer and getting good reach. And one last butterfly then installed. Okay, and I had a YouTube channel, not the YouTube channel which I am going now. The other one was created by one of my friends who was working in Saudi Arabia. And when he started the Google account, he gave the country Saudi Arabia. Then I didn't know about that. I borrowed that channel from him. Then around 25K followers and average 5K views, like that only. And I was active at Facebook. Then after the channel got monetized, uh, we have to give the bank account. Okay, then since the channel is from Saudi Arabia, have to give local identity and local bank account. That was a trouble. Then I couldn't change the country. We can't change the country from the Google once it is done. So I closed that channel and I started my own. Then all of a sudden, people started to watching my. I don't know what happened. So the thing is, at that time, if he did the country India, then I would not have started the other channel. So everything is connected. So plus two science to here, it was connected in various ways, and I became like this. And I am not telling I'm a huge success, or I'm a big example and all, but I'm sharing you my experience. Some of the butterflies can create, butterfly effects can create very bad impact in your life. You may think, what if those days, or that particular day, if I didn't do that, I would be better, like that you may think. So it happens in all of us life, and we can't change our destiny, but we can try our level best, and whatever happens, we can follow that. And the Malayalam actor Mohanlal always says, "Mane, ഇതൊക്കെ ഇങ്ങനെ സംഭവിക്കില്ലേ മനെ." So that's a simple butterfly effect. Whatever we wish to do, sometime it deviate, right? Due to some people or by ourselves. So that's the thing. And one more thing, just follow the path and don't try to change our destiny by by imagining these kind of butterflies going to happen. But if you want to leave something, leave it. If you want to leave the course, if you are unable to follow up the course, follow on, then leave it and go to something else. Don't stick on that. And if you have a relationship, if you can't go with that, just skip the breakup. Because some butterflies are flapping somewhere else and that will meet you one day. Sure. Because life is like that. And don't be too much adamant on what you are doing right now. And I'm sure many of you are here, or most of you are here, are on your own wish. And someone might be like, I chose +2, someone might be here, landed here without your wish. And if you can't follow, just leave and go to something else. And even if it is job, even if it is a marriage, even if it is a country, then leave it. Then go somewhere. Then leave peacefully. And that's what I want to tell you. But butterfly effect is there. That is just a theory. But end of the day, we have to do lots of hard work. And many people think that YouTubers are making money simply without doing or putting any kind of hard work. Not like that. You ask to any YouTuber, any kind of content they are creating, behind the scene there are lots of hard work. I know the struggle. Some films are like suffering. Watching a 2.5 hours a film without wanting to watch that. I'm doing kind of job. So sometimes most of the films are unbearable, and I have to watch that 2.5 hours, then have to analyze that, then edit that, upload that, then people will laugh, ha, ha, ha. But there are lots of hard work behind that. Now what I am doing, focus on that, give 100%, and any point of time if you want to deviate, just go with that. This is all I want to tell you. One of my favorite books, there is Old Man Sea. You might have read that. In that, the old man says, it's no time to think of what you do not have, think of what you can do with what there is. Then the other quote is, a man can be destroyed, but man cannot be defeated. This is the quote. This is my favorite quote. And I start talking. It's very hot here.